Thanks for checking out Scotties Hobbies. Today we're looking at this 2015 Chevy Camaro with a 6.2 liter engine in it. Here you'll find your underhood label. This label lets you know what emissions components are on your vehicle, your engine family number, and such like that. First, we are going to be looking under the engine cover. Just lift up the passenger side a little, and here you'll be finding your vapor purge solenoid. Here is your canister purge valve or solenoid. This solenoid allows fuel vapors to go into the intake, so the vapors are burned through the combustion system and the catalytic converter and out the tailpipe. A bad purge solenoid can cause many codes, some of which would be a P0441 or a P0446. Those are common, but they do cause many more codes. The main issue that I see with these a lot is that they don't close all the way. So you could do a 9-volt battery test or a ohms resistance test. These cause a large evap leak or sometimes a small evap leak. So they do commonly go bad. This is your vapor purge solenoid. Moving on to the driver's side of the engine, we're going to be locating the PCV. The PCV is actually built into the valve cover on this one. Here is your PCV valve. The PCV valve uses the engine vacuum to pull blow-by gases out of the crankcase and push the gases into the intake manifold and back into the combustion chamber, where they will be reburned through the combustion process and hopefully go out the tailpipe and through the catalytic converter to be cleaned up. If you have a bad PCV valve, it can cause many symptoms, from an increase of internal combustion pressure, which causes excessive blow-by, and that's how you get oil leaks, a lot of oil leaks. Failure of one or more seals and gaskets, again, oil leaks. You'll get moisture and sludge buildup inside the engine if your PCV valve is stuck in the closed position. Moisture and sludge is obviously not good and causes more problems down the road. If you have a stuck open PCV valve, you're going to get a rough engine idle, you're going to get a bad air-fuel mixture, and increase of oil consumption as well. You might also start to see blue smoke come out of the tailpipe because you're going to be sucking so much oil through your PCV valve. This is your positive crankcase ventilation valve. Moving on, we're going to look for your oxygen sensors. Here is your bank 1 sensor 1 between the manifold and the firewall. You can see it right here in the circle. Doesn't look like it's going to be too easy to get to if you have to replace this one. Good luck if you do. I'm going to shimmy on under the vehicle and see if I can get you a better view of that bank 1 sensor 1, but you'll find both of your bank 1 oxygen sensors right here. Here is your bank 1 sensor 1 oxygen sensor, or possibly air fuel ratio sensor. Look for a link in the description below to purchase if you need one. The oxygen sensor works by sending information to your vehicle's computer or ECU to help your vehicle run more efficient, as well as reduce emissions coming from the tailpipe. It does that by reading how much fuel or air is in the exhaust stream and sending that information to the computer, so the computer knows how much fuel to give or take away from the engine at that time. This is your oxygen sensor. Here is the location of your bank 1 sensor 2 oxygen sensor or air fuel ratio sensor. If you need one, make sure you look for a link in the description below to purchase. Now, we thought the bank 1 sensor 1 oxygen sensor was difficult to get to. Let's take a look at the location of the Evap vapor canister. The vapor canister is located right above the rear axle, right in the center of the car. I'm going to get you the best view I can. If you have to replace this, lots of patience is probably going to be at virtue when you get this job done. You can see it coming up right here. Here is your fuel vapor canister, or also called your charcoal canister. It is an emissions control device that traps vapors from the Evap system and sends them to the fuel tank for later use, if it's working properly. They very rarely go bad. This is your fuel vapor canister. It's a ribbed plastic casing up there. You'll be able to see it in person. Not as good in this video, sorry about that. Those vapor canisters very rarely go bad. I've only had to replace them if they were cracked, damaged in an accident or something like that. Here on the passenger side, you'll find both of your bank 2 oxygen sensors. Bank 2 sensor 1 is in front of the cat. Bank 2 sensor 2 is behind the catalytic converter. You'll find them both right here. Here is the location of bank 2 sensor 2, oxygen sensor or air fuel ratio sensor. Link in the description to purchase one as well if needed. Post catalytic converter oxygen sensors are on your vehicle to measure the efficiency of the catalytic converter and should not affect the efficiency of the engine itself. But that is up for debate these days. If your rear oxygen sensor is going bad, it could give you a false check engine light for a P0420 or a P0422 as such, saying it's bad catalytic converter when it's just the oxygen sensor not reading properly. Here is your post catalytic converter oxygen sensor. Upstream from that oxygen sensor, you're going to find your bank 2 sensor 1. Here is your bank 2 sensor 1 oxygen sensor or air fuel ratio sensor. If you need one, make sure you look for a link in the description below to purchase. Hopefully this video helps you out. Make sure you comment below with the year, make, model that this video helped you on. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell so you stay updated on my latest upload, and I'll see you on the next, hopefully helpful video.